Hello there, Aries. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. This is for the Aries Collective, or if you have Aries in your chart, or if you just happened upon this video, this is a tarot reading for the week of the 16th of November to the 22nd of November 2025. All right, so let's see what the energy is talking about. Okay, I'm going to put down the tarot because we're going to start with the oracle message as per usual. Okay, so definitely pay attention to the images that you see. Rewatch this, pause it as much as you need to. It might incite some more intuitive, messages that acclimate more to you, that only you would know about because it's you that's on your journey. Okay, so with that said, the oracle for you, Aries, for the 16th to the 22nd of November 2025 consists of the loop. That's so funny. I literally just looked at this card in the middle of the deck and now it's on the top. So you might see cycles coming to an end, or you might see something, starting to repeat itself, and it's up to you to be like, whoa, I've been through this before. Let me pull the brakes, or, make a different decision to exit out of this loop, whatever it is, especially if you don't like it. If it's a good loop, then you're just like, oh, here's another fun journey, but it's up to you to be like, all right, where is this going? It can, it is giving me good loop vibes. But actually, at the end of the day, it's going to be good, especially if you notice if you're breaking the loop. But it's giving me good loop vibes because this is a star. This is your hopes and dreams coming into fruition. Like, this is what this is giving me. Kind of like, the star card in tarot. So it's like, all of these things that you've been doing consistently and with, oomph, with effort, with faith that, things are going to come your way. Like, it's like the loop of faith, the loop of persistence, like it's coming full circle for you to succeed, to elevate, to grow to the next level. That's what that loop is giving me. I've actually never felt that before, but for you, Aries, that's what's coming up. All right. You also have the earthy here on the bottom of the deck for your subconscious energy. This takes, or this says that you've been patient, that you've been grounding yourself this whole time. It's giving, just being in the present moment, being grateful for where you are in any given moment, really enjoying life. And that's what's having your loop turn into something great, or helping you break a cycle that gets you closer to something great. All right, Aries. So love, love, love that for you. Let's see what's going on in your in the tarot, what the tarot has to say. All right, this is for my Aries collective, the 16th of November to the 22nd of November 2025 for my Aries. Alrighty, Aries, so we're going to do, as per usual, the challenge you might be having this week. What can help you with that? Past, present, potential outcome, as well as advice. All right, so on the bottom of the deck you do have the Knight of Cups in reverse for your subconscious energy. This could represent you not or subconsciously, like, you feeling like you're not doing enough for yourself, or knowing that you're not doing enough for yourself, or haven't in the past up until now, knowing that you're not doing, the best that's possible, knowing that you need to give yourself more recognition and celebrate what you have accomplished thus far, because that's going to continue to elevate your confidence. That's going to continue to have you show up harder and really be like, this is who I am. This is what I identify with, and it's success. It's prosperity. So anywhere that you feel like you're falling short on yourself, or you're not giving yourself enough credit, it's time to, pay attention to that. You deserve praise from yourself, not even from other people. Like, that doesn't even matter in this case. You deserve to praise yourself. All right. Or to acknowledge yourself. And that's what is coming up in your challenge as well, because you have the Queen of Wands here. This is still Aries energy, and this is somebody that's their own best friend type of situation. It's your challenge though, which, like I said, goes with the subconscious energy, because you're you know, it's in a way you're giving away too much of your energy and not realizing or not remembering that a good friend gives them their friends props, you know. A good friend is just like, yo, you've done a good job, like you deserve this, you deserve that. And I'm not saying just like go ahead and go splurge on yourself, blah, blah, blah. Like at the minimum, show gratitude toward yourself that you have gone from this point to this point. Acknowledge yourself. Give yourself recognition. That's the kind of friend that you need to be to yourself, okay? And what can help you with that is the Four of Swords energy, like taking a moment to like just sit still within yourself and think about everything that you have accomplished. Think about the person that you are and who you have grown to be and who you are becoming. Like, doesn't that make you like, even me, like I just started cheesing out the wazoo. Doesn't that make you happy? You know, it adds to the energy of progress and accomplishment that you have been cultivating up until this point. So just sit down and give yourself a minute to really feel that, really cognize that, you know. Past energy has to do with the Queen of Cups. Like, you know, I feel like in all other ways, it looks like you've been showing up, Aries. You've been, clocking in the hours with the Queen of Cups here. Like, you've been your own support system. Like, the only thing that really looks like it may be missing is the fact that, you might not have been giving yourself recognition. It's like you're just doing and not celebrating yourself. But you know, you made this commitment to water your seed, whatever seed that you planted, and to show up and to give yourself every other type of nourishment possible. I love that for you. You might have had a divine feminine figure to like model yourself after. Like if they can do it, I can too. Or that person that just helps you push yourself forward, you know, in the best way. Love that for you. It's just a whole bunch of love I'm seeing in your past. The Eight of Swords is here for your present energy. And I mean, like I said, the recognition, I mean, there might be specific things in your life that you are going through where you feel like stuck or immovable or, you know, immobile or whatever. That's your doing. You know, if you can't get past a certain point, it might be the recognition thing, it might be whatever else, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that that's a choice that you're making to be stuck, and you can choose to get out of that situation at any point in time, you know, especially with all this loving energy around you and you showing up so much for yourself. There's so much divine feminine energy here that cultivates growth, and like self-mastery. You know, like there's a lot looking like you've worked on your self-image, like all of that. So don't allow yourself to get caught up and cease the momentum that you've built. It's beautiful. Okay, the Magician card is here for your potential outcome. You're going to continue to create, you're going to continue to be that magnetic attractor field, that prosperity attractor field. Okay, like it's inevitable for you, Aries. Like you know this. You've been working on your self-image. You've been working on, you know, the way that you identify with life, with experiences. All right. So love this for you. You're going to be a master manifester, like for real. You taking care of business. And the advice for you is to keep coming up with new ideas. Keep dreaming big. Okay. Don't let anybody steal your dreams. At the end of the day, like your creativity, your passion is what got you here in the first place. Just remember to recognize yourself, you know, remember to celebrate yourself, because it's not all about, you know, just running on passion. It's the whole package, Aries. What does it take to grow a plant, you know, to grow a seed? You need everything, but keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting excitement from inventing or creating, you know, whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into manifestation, because it's gonna come regardless. Okay, so I love that for you, Aries. What a week for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin to clarify these messages to see what comes up for you, if there's any more information. Like I said, like I always say, Aries, if you'd like a personal tarot reading from me, or to learn tarot from me in an intuitive way that's actually fun, like not grueling, you can go ahead and look in the description down below if you'd like to use the oils that or the elixirs that I use on a daily basis to help amplify my inner intuition or whatever vibe I'm trying to embody. The link for that site, elixirs.com, is also on the bottom in the description down below. Okay, so those are some things that I do on a daily basis, tarot and elixirs, and you can take a look at them. Okay, so with that said, Aries, let's see what these clarifications are for you. All right, clarifications for my Aries. On the bottom of the deck, you do have the Knight of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Fool in reverse. So, very interesting. Are you not it seems like a part of you is not ready necessarily to give yourself recognition, or you feel you haven't done enough to celebrate. You've always done enough to celebrate. You woke up this morning, you took a breath this morning. You know, there's always things to be grateful for. That's basically what you're saying if this Fool card is coming out in reverse. You don't think that you are enough on some level, or worthy enough of gratitude, of recognition, of any of it. You always are, Aries. So don't like that might be like the next aspect of your self-image that you need to work on, because you are always worthy. You've always done enough. You've always done the best that you could at any given point, you know? Don't sell yourself short. All right. So for your challenge here, clarifying that Queen of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Okay. Start to take a different initiative. Start to be this friend. Okay. Like I said, you've always done enough. Cheer yourself on as much as you need to. You know, it's not being conceited, or your head is getting too big. It's just you loving yourself in a different capacity, in a new capacity, if you haven't been doing it before. Say nice to start with the Page. Take initiative. Start to say nice things to yourself. So start to communicate nice things to yourself. You don't have to take yourself out and buy yourself gorgeous things and have elaborate dinners and this, that. It could be as little as, using myself as an example, of course. Jess, you did that. You really showed, and out loud, verbally too. You really did that. You showed up for yourself. You have been doing the best for yourself. You have changed so much. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. Like, it's literally as simple as that, you know? Start to say great things about yourself. When you do something, it is worth talking about. It is worth acknowledging. So start to, acknowledge the authentic person that you are and have become, I know that is your challenge though. So you might be having trouble with that. But at the end of the day, with that Four of Swords, and it's clarified by the Three of Swords here in reverse, it's a form of healing for you. Maybe, the divine feminine energy that I've seen in your past, or anything else that you've grown up seeing. Maybe, that person just worked and wasn't just worked themselves ragged, just always felt like they weren't enough. Like, maybe that's something that you've seen a lot so far, and that doesn't have to be you. You can surpass that by actually feeding more into, you've done a great job. Like, it's more of an acceptance in yourself. Again, it's a lot of self-image work and self-acceptance and all of those things, take that time to heal the past wounds that you've seen other people go through and might be a little bit attached to you. It's time for you to release those things. Like, you can love yourself in a new and different way than you've seen other people love themselves. Okay. The past energy, that Queen of Cups, is clarified by the Seven of Cups here. Okay. So there's so many options. You may have seen so many different ways of, someone giving themselves recognition, or so many different ways, or you might have many different role models in your life in the past. and you're like, part of you is either trying to choose which one to like kind of model yourself after, or you're taking things from each and every one of them. It's the latter that I would say that you should what is that? It's the latter that I would say that you should pay attention to, where you're basically taking from different experiences or different people and using that to heighten yourself, using that to build a new persona for yourself or a new paradigm for yourself, taking what you need to grow and prosper and be more fruitful in your life, and to deepen the spiritual connection that you have with yourself. That's either something that you learned in the past, or I feel like it's flowing into the now. And now it's also like the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Knight of Swords in reverse. Maybe it's become a little bit too overwhelming from the past, in which case you're like, okay, who should I draw from now? Like, what's the best course of action to do now? Maybe you've gotten to a point where you possibly have surpassed all those role models that you've seen in the past, and maybe that's why you're choosing, because it is a choice, you're choosing to be stuck now. That stuckness is going to turn into moving backwards and talking not very nicely to yourself and second guessing and all of those things. It's going to have you move backward pretty fast until you get back to the level that these people are on. And that's not a bad level, but if you know that you can surpass them, if you can grow past that, why would you bring yourself back to that level that you've already passed? So again, this is where it takes extra effort and recognition from yourself to be like, you can do this, you can figure it out, to just speak positively and take action post haste, and just don't let the fear take over, because you've been doing such a great job so far, Aries. Okay. At the end of the day, the potential outcome, the Magician card is here, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And that just says, you're tired of feeling like, basically you're using what you don't like to get what you do like, to manifest what you do like. Whether, whatever pain of it, you're like, I don't want this anymore. And you're going to do your utmost to manifest the complete opposite. Okay. What you call it? It's gonna get to like a catalyst point for you, where you're just like, this needs to go. It's not helping you be self-sufficient. It's not helping you enjoy life to the fullest. Like, you're gonna realize that after a certain time, you've been like, so for your present moment, like I said, you might have started talking down to yourself or doing things that are kind of keeping you stuck. So you're going to realize that you're manifesting the opposite of what you want. And at some point, that's going to lead you to have a catharsis moment, and you're going to start getting back on track and manifesting as you did before, more appropriately, more, successfully. All right. Your advice here is the Ace of Wands. It is clarified by the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is basically your advice is to, again, keep being creative, keep having those big dreams, because you know how to implement them, you know how to make them. You see the card, like, you know how to turn rainbows into like physical things. you know how to turn your dreams into reality. So keep at that. Keep your emotions and your focus tied to creation and abundance and growing things. Okay. So with that, Aries, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the money Oracle Whisper to see what comes out for you. One just literally jumped out of the deck, so I'm going to take this one. You have a practice here. Spend your money with gratitude rather than resenting the reason for spending. Practice gratitude for having the funds to spend in the first place. And you also have on the bottom of the deck an affirmation: money only enhances my true vibration. It doesn't decide it. these things that we have in life, they are tools. They are not, we do not give them all power over us. We have all the power, okay? Make sure that you feel good about the tools that you are using, okay? They do not rule your life, Aries, okay? With that, we're going to dive into the love oracle to see what's coming up here. Okay, that flipped back around, so I guess it wasn't the message for you. Love oracle for my Aries, please. All right, so let's see here. You got abundance, security. Money is, there's a lot of money things happening for you guys. All right. Money is energy like anything else. You want energy to flow and not feel trapped. Trusting that the universe will take care of you gives off the energy of abundance and expectancy in every dollar you make. Know that you are supported and that money will flow. Embody it. Know it, Aries. It's even coming out in your love messages, because this whole reading has been about self-acceptance and self-image and what you feel worthy of, okay? You also have soul tribe for the bottom of the deck, strength. Finding your soul tribe is a blessing that reaps many benefits. You're being asked to reach out and explore to find your soul connections. They will feel familiar, safe, and trusted when you meet them. Send out your intention to connect with your soul tribe and see who comes your way. All right, Aries. Connections. People are important in the way that they help you experience life. They help you grow. All right. They help be the reflection that you need at any given point in your life. All right. So find your people, find your like-minded people. Last but not least, we're going to go through some shadow work that can help you or anybody close to you this week, Aries. So let's see what comes up for you. All right, for my Aries, let's see. Forgive self, accept what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. Be your own friend, Aries. Like be the friend that you're wanting to, or that you are to other people. And if you're not a great friend to other people, then that's just another aspect of improvement that you can work on. Like it's not the end of the world if you're not exactly who or what you want to be yet. Just know that it's inevitable that's gonna come for you. A lot of self-image work. On the bottom of the deck, you have envy. Remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate others' successes. You truly are good enough. So 2 things here, Aries. Again, you are good enough. You have always been good enough just by existing. And also, that recognition thing, give what you would like to receive. So yes, give other people recognition for their successes. It'll help you even give yourself that recognition, and it'll help recognition come from outside sources, even though that's not really what you need to be focused on. But at the end of the day, what goes around comes around. It starts with you. All right, Aries. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helped. I hope you feel empowered. Please watch this as many times as you need to, because the message may hit different every time. Okay, definitely check out your last week's reading if you have not already. And with that, we'll see you next week already. Toodles.